in that time, I've seen a lot of different so-called energy efficient products coming on. I've always, in that 30-year time, I've always been reluctant to put my name on them. To support products, it just wasn't going to happen. This was introduced, the first generation of these were called Lexin, L-E-X-I-N. I went to, did a presentation for Dan here, what was it, about 2 years ago?
About two and a half.
Okay. That was the first generation. Those panels were about 1.5 inches thick, they had glass, and they were probably 3-4 times heavier than these, all right? Well, those were great. As a matter of fact, that's what the Contractor Association office has in their building. Then they went to another manufacturer. Quality went into the toilet. So they waited until, how do you stop this?
Oh, okay.
Is it going by itself?
Yeah.
Evidently.
That's not good.
I was gonna say it's-
You could actually probably just turn it off. I mean, okay. They're probably not going to use it.
Huh, it is going by itself. Okay.
And you leave that up.
Okay, sounds good.
Where was it? Oh, so the manufacturer, this is what's so impressive. The manufacturer R&D'd this product again. They bought the rights to the French thin film technology, which is actually in these panels. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that. They waited, it took them about 1.5 years to finally get these panels out. They lost millions of dollars. But in talking with the investor, he told me that he did not want to put a crappy product out there. Excuse my language, but that's the way I feel about it. Now these, when I got on board Lexin, the technology is phenomenal. All right, I wanted to make sure that I was part of this. Then I got worried during that 1.5 years when they weren't putting any product out. Now they have these, and I'm really excited about this. So this is actually the very first product that I've actually been associated with it and put my name on it. In 30 years, this is just phenomenal. Anyway, so far infrared. Does anybody know about far infrared? Okay, far infrared or long wave infrared. Now, if you've gone into a bathroom and you see those red heat lamps and you try to get underneath it and hopefully it works, those are short wave infrared. Those can actually harm you. They can actually burn you if you stay underneath it long enough. Now, far infrared or long wave infrared is the same energy as the sun. These panels, oh by the way, these panels are not electric heaters. Every time I say that, I get the deer in the headlight look. It's, what do you mean? They use electricity to produce heat? They don't produce heat. That's the thing. What they do is they use electricity to heat this panel up, or heat this thin film. This thin film, the components that are part of this thin film produce photons, which is the same energy as the sun, less the UV. So you have to wear your 15 or what is it? 30 SPF when you're at home. It is radiant heating. Have you ever been in a cold day where it's been maybe 40 degrees, 50 degrees outside? You walk outside, it's a sunny day, and you feel the warmth of the sun? Same thing as this. This is radiant heating. The difference is it does not heat air. It heats objects. And when it heats the objects radiate the heat into the room. The objects will they'll either reflect off objects, say for metal, they'll reflect off the objects, or they'll get absorbed by furniture, carpet, walls, whatever. Okay, and that's what emits the heat into the room. The far infrared also, because of this technology, and I'm getting a little ahead of myself, because of this technology, are you familiar with the portable electric heaters? You know, the little 1500 watt, you know, you don't want to touch it or let it fall over because it might start the carpet on fire or something like that. Generally, those are about 1500 watts, 1.5 kilowatts. okay? Each kilowatt produces 3,412 BTUs. That's how they measure them. Now, because you cannot measure these with BTUs because it does not produce heat, it produces far infrared. These actually have the efficiency, and I use that term lightly because all electric heaters are 100% efficient. There's no waste, there's no fan, doesn't go up, doesn't use fossil fuels. But these heating value now, these will produce 2.5 times the heating value of normal electric plug-in portable units. Anything that produces heat, it's 2.5 times better. Now, when I get engineers in the room, they look at me like, yeah, you're kind of crazy. That's what it does. Now, what ends up happening, this one, let me turn these on here.
Have they got them rated in BTUs?
What's that?
Do they have a rating for the BTU?
You can't.
Can't read them that way.
What they're rated at are watts per square foot. And whenever you want to design something, in today's world with basically modern manufacturing, it's 5 watts per square foot is how you want to design it. But these, again, you can't measure them by BTU, so it's kind of hard to compare. But when they did, the original developer, the engineer, they did, and I have that study here, they did a test on different types of fuels. Electricity, it just blew that out of the water. They did it for natural gas, they did it for propane, and they did it for 3 different type or energy efficient units. And the most energy efficient unit, now this is natural gas. I'll get into propane in a minute. Natural gas, using these panels over natural gas with a 92% furnace. Most of them are 80%, or you get a condensing furnace of 90% plus. These are almost 40% more efficient or cost effective heating your home with a 92% natural gas furnace. Now you talked about your propane bill.
Right.
It is not uncommon where I'm at to have a $500 a month propane bill. Not uncommon at all. Now that's during the winter time. We're getting into that, so I'm kind of hoping to see some savings on mine, and I will. The very first month, which was last month, I converted my whole home to these. All right, I have 12 panels, I think. And I have 1,400 square feet, 12 panels in my home. The gas bill, the very first month, my propane bill went down $150. My electricity bill went up $20. Okay. Now, I don't know if you're on Southern Cal Edison here? Is that right? Okay. I have PG&E where I'm at.
Okay.
Now, I called them up and asked, okay, you talked about tiers. What tier am I? Okay, well, they said you're rated at a gas, you're rated at heating your home with gas. Okay, whatever gas that is, propane or natural. I said, do you have a tier for all electric home? And they said, yes. I says, that's what I want. And they asked me what I'm heating with. I says, I'm heating with far infrared. Because it's so new, I must have argued with this woman probably 30 minutes or so. But I says, look, it's all electric. That's all you need to know. I want that tier rate. And if you want a paper from me or something to confirm that, I'll be more than happy. Now, I'm at 12 cents a kilowatt. I don't know what Southern Cal Edison charges. My baseline went from, kind of get off topic here, but my baseline went from 350 kilowatts to 600 kilowatts, I think, at that 12 cent per kilowatt rate. Okay, so I'm really hoping to see a big difference. And I calculated it out at, I would probably use 600 kilowatts during the winter time at, I'm saying if we go over the baseline, say even 20 cents a kilowatt, I'm only spending $120 a month to heat as opposed to 500. So I'm really looking forward to what do you pay for propane, do you know, per gallon?
$2.30.
Oh, well, see, I'm at $4.50. It's crazy up there.
And in the Midwest, where I think we're $1.99 right now.
Really? Yeah. Well, I'm hoping for better. Anyway, so that basically kind of tells you what is going on with these panels. Now, the standard panels, and we can go into Q&A in a little bit. The standard panels colors are white and black. Now, they have artwork that can be transferred to the panel. They have 300 different types of artwork, standard. Okay, now, here's the nice thing. If you have a high-def picture, you want family, you've got a favorite dog, whatever, and you want to transport it, it's not a problem. We'll transfer it, and there you go, you got a picture. And you're heating your home, too. The first market that they wanted to attract was, for instance, if you had that, you added an addition onto your home, and the heating guy came out and installed a duct into that, and it's just never going to be enough. It never heats that room up. Put one of these in it, you're set. Now, I did get a question, one of the very first presentations I did, well, how do you regulate it? Regulate it. They have these, you can get them Amazon.com, I think I paid $30 or something like that. It's a thermostat. It's a programmable thermostat. You can heat a room or not heat a room. It's really, and I have, because I don't have an attic, I couldn't mount them in the ceiling, which is the best, and we'll go over that in a minute. I had to hang all of mine on the wall, and that's what I use are these. And it works perfectly.
So that's an inline thermostat?
It's an inline thermostat, and I think you can buy manual, but this happens to be a programmable. And it's a 5-day, 2-day programmable. So, now, the thing is, what was I going to say?
Good job.
Anyway, the far infrared, because each, for instance, the standard sizes are 2x2 and 2x4. 2 foot by 2 foot, 2 foot by 4 foot. And the reason why they did that is because their first market was commercial. And you've heard of T-bar ceilings? Okay, these were just laid in the T-bar ceilings and hooked up. And these actually, this technology has been in Europe for about 20 years. And we all know that Europe is so far ahead of us in the energy savings field. It's unbelievable. And when Lexan came out, this was about 5 years ago, I thought this was just the best thing ever. And then, of course, now we have the 3rd generation. So not only can you get the standard sizes, but they also have custom sizes. They have heated mirrors. You can buy, and this is probably going to happen in the first quarter of next year, you can buy thin film, different sizes, and a lot of hotels are doing this, putting this thin film behind mirrors, so it won't fog up the mirrors. Of course, like I said, Europe's been doing that for forever.
There are a lot
Do you-
of old houses that are hard to convert, so that works.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Do they have any products with mirrors on them right now?
Yes, they do.
They do. Perfect.
And towel warmers.
And towel warmers.
Oh yeah.
And feet warmers, I think I saw.
They also have pads, and I like this. I got one for my little dog, and she just absolutely loves it. So just plug it in. They also make the little pads. Say, for instance, you can put it underneath your desk at work. The nice thing about these two, they come with the brackets for installation. You put these on the wall. You hang the unit. If you're in a rental house and you're done with that place, take it with you. Okay, it does not become part.
Now, if you want something that's a little more mobile, you could have 2 or 3 of these mounts on the walls, and then just take one panel and move it from room to room
Absolutely,
if
you
you
can.
want to. Okay.
Absolutely, I would want to see these on the wall.
Hang another picture on that wall, the other one's down.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do these work through radiation? So in other words, whatever in line with it gets the heat.
Well, yes. Now these transmit the photons 170 degrees from that panel. They work best, believe it or not, in the ceiling because they have more footprint. And the very first question that I get asked, doesn't heat rise? Why do you want want them in the ceiling? Because heat rises.